Welcome back to the Red Dice Diaries podcast. This is day 12 of our RPGaDay 2019 video. I'm joined by my lovely wife Hannah. The word of today is friendship. So, we struggled sort of like thinking about what we're going to talk about with this, and in the end we've come down to the fact that both of us have met and sort of regard an awful lot of people that we've gamed with as friends over the years, whether that be through tabletop, through LARP, through gaming online, various things like that. I certainly know a lot of the people we do LARP with now, Rob Benefer, Adam, Jay, Dave, Tristan, John Miles, various other people like that. There's loads more names I could mention, like Martin and Kerry. All people like that are all people we met through doing LARP, the Lorien Trust system, and we've known them for years now. Well, we get on with them all really well. You see each other in the field. It's nice to catch up with each other. You know, you communicate over social media and stuff like that between events, and they're all people I regard as really good friends. You know, you go around to see each other on like socials and stuff like that. People are always like willing to help you out. If, as myself and Hannah did, we recently found ourselves struggling with transport because I was no longer able to drive. A lot of our friends who we've met through like LARP events were really happy to sort of help us out with getting to site and stuff like that. So that's been really great. And obviously not just because that we're getting something out of it, but you know, because you meet people who, you know, if you meet people at LARP, you know you've at least got one thing in common, that you enjoy LARP. So it's a good sort of bridge to get over that initial sort of awkwardness. And there's people you see less, you know, like people you see in passing who you chat to, and there's people who become sort of like closer friends. And I know I met a lot of my friends at school through role playing. I don't know about you, Lil.
Yeah, definitely friends from school, and even now I often meet new people through various games.
Yeah, I mean recently I've reconnected with our old sort of face-to-face group, who I'm now playing like a sort of 5th edition game with, which is really cool, with like Barry, Craig, Matt and Jodie. So that's been really cool to catch up with them again, you know, having not seen them for a while, and get involved with gaming again. Unfortunately, I know you can't really participate in it, love, because you work some days on weekends, but you know, it's still nice to sort of be in touch with those people again.
It is.
And I know obviously that your group that you play Star Trek with is sort of like friends from LARP and like new people you've met.
It's also people that I've met when I was helping out with various conventions with the cosplay stages there, which is like one step away from LARP really, and people that we met there, Captain Bill Morgan, who I believe is currently doing Panda Productions on YouTube, and helping with the Circuit, which is a TV project, being done by a group of sci-fi actors to all like make their own little shows. That's someone I met through doing various gaming type stuff, and ended up doing the Star Trek game for a while.
I mean, one of the things I like about this as well is it sort of like cross-pollinates. I mean, obviously we sort of met Lloyd Jan by going to like some conventions. We then got involved in games on demand, and I've played in numerous games online with him. And when are you going to run with that Pathfinder 2 one-shot, Lloyd? And various things like that. And through games on demand, I've met other people like Alex, who originally came along and played and later started GMing, and all the various GMs there. There's people who I knew from LARP, like Martin Carson, who have now come along and are now GMing in that. So sort of meeting people in one arena, and then because they're all sort of various like aspects of role playing, sort of like different branches from the same tree, you find that like, oh yeah, this person's into like tabletop gaming as well, and they get involved in something you're doing connected with that, and it all sort of cross-pollinates. It's one of the things I'm enjoying about these podcasts, because a lot of the people who do the podcasts, we leave like voicemail messages for each other based on the episode, so you get to chat with people like that, and you get to like build sort of connections between them. Colin, who does the Spike Pit podcast, he now plays in the game that I run on Sunday, my Midlands game. I've got people playing that I've met through various other ways online. YT, ENF White, who I met via Lloyd, and I've done some conventions with, now plays in one of my games. So it's nice that gaming sort of brings all these people from different aspects of your life together.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm sorry, I suppose I should have warned you at the start of this episode, Colin, to like get your handkerchief ready, because I know you get a bit emotional when we're like talking about the feelings and all that. So I didn't mean to do like a little warning at the start, but I forgot about it. But I hope that's not been too mushy for you. And I do think that is one of the benefits of RPGs. Despite, there's always drama online and stuff like that. There always will be. It's the online world. That's part of what it is. But despite all of that, there are still like friendships you forge with people online through conventions, through LARP events, through stuff like that. And even though you might never have met people in person, you can still regard them as friends, and you can still have sort of bonds of friendship with those people. Just to get like a bit of a Dungeon World reference in there at the end. Well, that's it for our Day 12 episode. We'll be back soon with the next lot, so we hope to see you again. Take care.